As I said, I love your work and I'm very excited for Joker 2. I know you can't say that much, but what can the fans expect from the sequel?
Whatever this costs is worth it.
What is it with your family and secrets?
You're fishing.
Hi, Zazie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Oh my God, it's such a huge pleasure to be here with you. You're one of my favorite actresses. And
Thank you.
oh, and I love you in Full Circle. And Harmony is that loose cannon that we're always kind of like, oh my God, what is her next move? And it's a tough character because in the hands of the wrong actress, this character may be a little bit dislikable, but you managed to make her so unique and so relatable. Walk me through your process.
Oh my gosh, I'm so pleased. Yeah, I was worried a little bit because I do think she is can be combative and has elements to her that are complicated. But I feel like that was actually a big challenge for me, was wanting to try to marry her internal life, which I think is very sensitive and fragile and vulnerable, with what she's presenting on the outside. And also, the juxtaposition between where she's really good, which is, she is smart and she has good intuition and instincts in her job, but, I think has a hard time sometimes with other people. And I think also her private life was kind of falling apart a bit. And so to, have both of those things exist at the same time, I think is important to make sure that people empathize with her and are understanding also where some of her abrasiveness sometimes comes from. But I'm so glad you felt like that she was also likable within her being sometimes complicated, I'll say.
Yeah, and it's very easy to make that character look a little bit arrogant and cocky, but I don't see her that way because we see where she's coming from. She has that urge for justice at the same time that she's a little bit confused in her relationship, but we understand where she's coming from. I love that about her.
Yeah.
And the show reflects on how our decisions affect not only our lives, but everybody else around us in the long term. For you, what is the biggest lesson that Full Circle has for the audience?
I think that our actions don't happen in a vacuum and will always ripple out and affect other people and then ultimately come back to affect us. I think it's a big show about karma, and that a good intention leaving does spread and comes back as a good intention to you, and the opposite is also true. And that no matter how small whatever choice we make in a day, even something is like, do I choose tea or coffee? Although that can, you could spiral out if you go that deep, but it does have an impact. And, how did that coffee get to your table? Who made that coffee? And, what are we supporting with whatever decision, whatever we're purchasing, right? Like you could go into all of that. And while that seems intense, it's also just true. And so I think the show is a reflection on, the choices we make, and do we really stand by them in our life.
And Steven Soderbergh is one of the greatest filmmakers that we have in recent years. And he doesn't work with TV that much in a direct way, but he's here with Full Circle, which is very exciting. How is it, or better, how was it working with him on the show?
Yeah, it's great. I was just so flattered that he wanted to work with me again. It makes me feel like we have mutual sort of trust, and made me feel really comfortable coming onto set, feeling that he inherently believed in me and my talent and my choices. And I feel that way about him too, just based on the work we did together and obviously on his repertoire. And so it's fun. I think he's a very grounded individual. And it's easy to engage and tell stories, and to just be real and honest with him. And I hope we get an opportunity to do something together again in the future. I enjoy his energy on a set. It's nice.
Awesome. And for us to finish, as I said, I love your work and I'm very excited for Joker 2. I know you can't say that much, but what can the fans expect from the sequel?
Oh, I can't say anything at all. I was already told nothing. So, yes, I think people will enjoy it. I don't know.
I'm satisfied with that. And thank you so much, Zazie. It was a huge pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations once again on Full Circle.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm trying to do the right thing. And you should be too.
Are all these things connected?
Everything is connected.